What's up guys, welcome back to another stream on the finals. How you guys doing? It is Tuesday, another day survived, another happy one I hope. You'll tell me all about. Guys, let's talk quickly about what happened yesterday. We had a little bit of a server issue. As I promised offline, I tried a few different settings. Honestly, it didn't seem to change anything, so I'm pretty sure it was server. I didn't have a chance to try today, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't bug again, because that was really annoying. That being said, let me say my hellos before anything. It's weird to say that after I said something else, but fine. Hello Tom, hello Mr. Lollipop, hello Juan, hello Zap. I think that's it for today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for being on time, guys. Missed you, boys. So, what's the plan for today? Plan for today, similar to yesterday. Honestly, it's gonna be very similar for the few weeks to come, I think. We're gonna do a bit of TA to still keep grinding towards the diamond. Although I'm saying that, but I'm remembering yesterday where I literally wouldn't, like, I couldn't care long enough to do a whole game, like, but we can try doing better today. Then we'll also do some world tour. Again, absolutely open to playing with you guys. Can I join for a couple of games? I'm seeing already in the chat. Yes, you can, absolutely. Let's enjoy the chill phase, right? When I'll be ranking for top 500, it's more difficult to connect with random players for obvious reasons. Now we don't have that problem, so like let's link up. It's a pleasure. All right, so let's add you to start. I don't want to invite random people, so I guess if you guys want to join, you know how to figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna start with some world tour, and the reason being I want to focus on the sniper today. I feel like we haven't done like a full sniper session in quite a while. So we're gonna be focusing on the sniper, and I want to warm up with world tour so that we can actually be efficient in terminal attack. About the video release, by the way, still difficult to give you like a release date, knowing that normally my videos take roughly like a week and a half to be fully made, like from start to finish. And with all this drama with the Switch, with the complications for the content, etc., it kind of like broke that week and a half delay that I had. So I'm working on videos. We're doing something, but I just can't promise anything in terms of dates. It's a bit rushed, and I don't know. I don't like rushing videos. I like doing my best, so yeah, sorry about that. It's a small delay. It's kind of like hindering on the growth of the channel, which kind of pisses me off. But on the other side, like, there's just no point pushing it. Like, if I'm making a video, a TA video, and gets 100 views, like, it's a lot of hours of work for nothing. So please bear with me throughout this complicated phase. And I'm still working, by the way. I even got a few friends on the topic to try to help me find something. We're trying to find like a FPS game that could be big enough that it stays on like overtime, and not too big that it's already covered by a billion people. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, by the way, yeah, I forgot to talk about it. As you realized, I'm sure, it is 9:30, not 9. I'm not saying that's going to be every day, but I'm also testing a bit, because considering the length of our usual streams being 4 hours, which I'm perfectly fine maintaining, just it seems like with the current problems of the finals, it's a bit long to keep people interested. So I'm testing. Basically, either we shorten it by half an hour, or I'll maybe start including a segment that isn't the finals, or if it is the finals, maybe like finals news. So I go online, I could go online, watch shit I found together. And the problem with that is that I do a lot of streams, so that's a lot of news to be expected. No way that really didn't hit him though.
The Boundless picked up a cash box.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. If Concord has gyro, I'm picking it up day one. They have not confirmed it yet. That's definitely on the wish list. Like I'm really curious about this game, hoping it's going to do something proper. But we'll definitely do at least a few streams about Concord. I feel like it's quite fitting for the topic of the channel, whether the game takes off or not. At least you'll get like a full review, so you guys can make your own decision, your own minds up about if you like the game or not. Alright. If not, I'll actually buy COD Modern Warfare 3. Can't believe it. Yeah, that sounds like a failure to me. Not gonna lie. I don't know why, I always feel like something is not going well in my gaming life if I'm playing Call of Duty. And I'm sure I've probably heard the honor of a lot of you right now. But yeah, I don't know. For me, Call of Duty is the zombie mode. I love that mode. I used to play that like for entire afternoons with my friends when I was like younger. We used to play Kino forever. I never played the COD, but it has a good gyro. You and your gyro. But yeah, it's 360 machine.
Eliminations are piling up for a contestant down there. Let's see how far they can take it.
I wonder if they'll make different types of environments, like let's say like quicksand or something, with different effects or something, like you get stuck into it. Like if they started exploiting it with water, it kind of feels like there's probably a chance for something else.
Cash out completed by the Kingfish. A new vault. Our contestants better not leave that unattended for too long.
The unscope on this weapon is so good. Quick scope too. Am I missing? Yeah, I was missing. Lollipop going for the win. Already over there. Bro. Yeah, he's way too good and I'm way too bad. That was so sad. To be fair, it's my first game. I'll excuse myself.
They're in danger of being eliminated from the tournament.
And I came back from the gym like an hour ago.
I'm going to revive.
Still in recovery mode. Cheers what? Cheers?
Hold on to your respawn, friend.
Okay. Let's help.
Over here. Hey, wait up! I'm coming.
Why have they not captured us? Ugh.
Huge steal by the powerhouses. Do not attempt that at home, folks.
That gamble paid off big time, Scotty.
I found new workout VR games. Yeah, man. Like the instant I put a fucking headset on, I'm like dying. Bro, how is it possible I miss him every single time?
The jet setter spirited away with a cash out. Good steal.
Bro, what is wrong with me? Is it laggy again? Move, move, move! Oh my god. Guys, my muscles are... Hi Cap, hi Savage, welcome back, man. I saw you were online, but I didn't want to invite you without you saying you want to play. Can I join you guys? Yes, sir. The original Warzone was the last COD I actually tried on. I barely played Warzone, to be fair. Like, I don't know, I was just, yeah, okay, I remember. I was in the middle of my, like, Apex phase, which, for those of you who don't know, I spent like 5,000 hours on that thing. And basically, bro, the distance on that thing is crazy. I'm trying to concentrate because I think I'll be close to them, and I don't want to be a hindrance to that. Yeah, and I say that and I look at chat. The best combo. Plus I need to remember I'm playing a sniper and I need to position better. Okay, that being said.
That's a steal. The powerhouses are playing boldly out there.
A contestant is on a roll, people.
Still feels a bit like it's better than yesterday, but it's not great.
Our contestants are probably contemplating a track and field career, at least in high jump, as our low gravity
That would
event
be a crazy
continues.
shot.
Our contestants will need to stay focused out there. Another minute to go.
Oh, if I don't get better at aiming, I have to change. No, 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 no. I didn't get it. You fucking kidding me?
30 seconds.
I mean, to be fair, if we wipe here, it's over, so it was worth trying.
The powerhouses will need to try again.
I always
Team
go
one.
AFK in the game. 3/4 of my hours is AFK. I'm not sure. I feel like I missed something. Battle Royale is not my game type. Prefer arena objective based. I like both. Kind of depends which game is running. That was the worst sniper round of my life.
They'll need to try to bait the competition in our next match.
Hold on, chat. Let me check if Twitch is running
By
properly.
qualifying.
Yeah, okay. Fucking 800. That's what you practice, boys. Oh, by the way, quick reminder for those who didn't know, weren't here yesterday. I've unlocked. I got the Twitch drops for the finals. So if you wanna get the Dragon Tooth, you just have to watch through my channel on Twitch. All right. To be fair, I love Battle Royale. Like, Apex was such a hype. Like Pathfinder, the fucking Tarzan. Like, once you passed a couple of 1,000 hours doing it, you become like Tarzan, and you can basically hang on to anything, and then you can like jump throughout the entire map, and it's so much fun. Alright, alright, alright. We got a full console server. Okay. Triple light.
I hope everyone at home is
First
ready
week of
for a
season 3 was
very
unplayable to me due to LH1 knives. Now it's fun again.
this opening round.
Glad you're enjoying it, Yoshi. To be fair, me, I feel like we're missing something.
The Kingfish. And finally,
It's definitely not the most fun I've had so far in the finals. Console server, what the fuck? Yeah, that's super weird. There's one Steam guy, and yeah, the rest is console. Which
the arena today is
I'm very confused.
area promises to offer an uplifting
At least it's not laggy
contestants' approach to combat.
for now.
The overdogs are standing proudly on their hind legs, unlocking Vault 2. With an iron fin, the Kingfish are cutting into Vault 1.
Yeah, but okay, I won't be super efficient in there.
That's our first elimination. Our contestants clearly mean business today, Scotty.
This is what it's all about, partner.
Couldn't have been more, Scotty.
Scanning for opponents.
Oh my... Bro, my fucking mouse touched the keyboard, and then I'm so slow right now that I was like, oh, that's weird. Fucking idiot. Hold on. Let me move my shit a bit better. Alright, stop this drama. It's time to wake up.
Back in play. The Vogues are the latest thing in the arena. Team Respawn.
I will check if it's on PS5. I did a kayak and synth rider games today. It was a lot of fun.
First cash out started.
Trying to figure out how to push A with a sniper. Definitely need high ground. Okay, I guess that's the best option. The zipline's a bit too close to a point. Yeah. Finally! There you go. Was that an RPG? Yeah, 10 HP, that's an RPG shot on my feet. Good job to him. I'm scared about, yeah, there you go, other teams. Like with a sniper, it's a slow push, so... Okay, that works. Oh, I'm not the best with lights and cash out for sure. Or at least not with a sniper. I don't know, it's similar to the dual blades. There's situations where I'm a bit like, okay, what do I do now? Like, what's the solution? I guess I'm too aggressive for these type of weapons. So close. So close. Fucking 100 HP left and we have the point. It's the best shooter, but like a 9 out of 10 close beta was 11 out of 10 for me. I love the movements and the nukes, both got removed. I think, yeah, the beta and alpha phase were awesome. But they were also mixed with the fact that we were discovering the game, I think. And to be fair, nukes pissed me off. Like by season 1 I was really tired of them, so I was quite happy to see them off. But that was definitely the most fun period of the finals, I would say at least. Then they started listening to players complaining, and that was about it.
A team-wide mishap for the Kingfish. The Kingfish bank their earnings. Cash out their loot. The Kingfish have grabbed the lead.
I'm being followed now.
The Kingfish are rejoining the match.
Good luck following me now.
The Jet Setters are
Alright, let's take some hide, boys. Let's try to make a few kills. Aim is getting better. My fingers are waking up. I can tell. It's so funny that there's this weird period for like muscles in the like finger muscles to actually wake up. No, I fell. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get it back. Okay, so he left straight. Oh, he probably went for his body, I guess. No, he's still there. And they're out. There's only two of them. Where was the third though? I saw the others right. Fuck. There were balancing problems and nukes were OP, but completely removing them, I don't know. The restricted movement hurts way more. Restricted movement, yeah, I can agree on that one. Nukes, I don't know, like... Problem is that, what would you... Like, you wouldn't use them... Like, it's not... They're not removed from the game, right? They're just really hard to use. So, like, what was the other alternative? Like, reducing damage? Like, if it was reduced damage, you wouldn't use them at all. Like, the bother of carrying them around and, like, actually aiming and hitting and exploding the C4, the whole drama thing, wouldn't be worth it if like, the explosive damage was, like, 50 or 100 or something. If you see what I mean. So I don't think they really had much of a choice. Plus, to be fair... Fucking suck at that. To be fair, they said it themselves, but like, nukes weren't supposed to be that strong. Like, it's something that people understood and discovered that I think Empire didn't expect. And it was pretty cool, quite Instagrammable content creating type shit. So they kept it in the game, and then it became meta. Like, literally everyone was using like red canisters to push points, and that's like game breaking. Like, that wasn't supposed to happen. So that's why they removed it.
Definitely not a defensive strategy.
Back in action.
The overdogs are back. Team respawn. The overdogs are crowding into a vault.
Throwing sonar grenade.
60 seconds left. Our contestants
Okay, I
need
think
to
we're
pick up
good.
a notch.
He's reviving his body. Hey Cap, sorry I'm late. I just got back from the doctor getting blood transfusion done. No problem, man. Bro, you know it's not an appointment, right? Like, do whatever you gotta do. There is no expectation of you being here, like, at the start. Don't worry. And I hope your doctor went fine.
Cash out underway thanks to the overdogs.
Should I... Yeah, coin, because...
Dash to cash out A.
I need to push A, boys. Yeah, don't run now, bitch.
The Kingfish have been rattled. Team White.
It's like their opponents were shooting fish in a barrel.
Alright, we've got a good push, boys. How was that not a hit? There you go. Oh, the orange who were first the entire time and went greedy by capturing another point. And now they got eliminated. They're still second, I guess. Alright. Okay, that was better. 4,000 combat sniper, that's okay, that's reasonable. Thank you, yes, it went fine. It's about being here with all of you guys. It helps me so much, my man. Well, I mean, you're more than welcome, and I'm glad it makes you feel better. But at the end of the day, there is no expectation of you being here at any given time. You arrive here when you're happy to join. But I'm glad it helps you, man. Guys, can I try one thing that I never do on camera, but it's been staring at me for like since I started? I bought some like mints, like sweets, and they look delicious, and I haven't tried them yet, but it's a sweet, and I promise I won't in front of the mic. If it makes noise, let me know, and I'll never do it again. Light is so good this season. Light is broken as fuck, man. But also there's less structure. Like teams are less competitive, so it's already a very strong DPS force. So when you don't have stronger defenses and like team plays, it's for sure easier to break through. Plus, again, it's a very DPS class, and now we're in a meta in a meta where it's kills over objective. So if you're good at kills, then sure, it's good.
Welcome to an untouched arena, everyone. Like a sandcastle before the tide rolls in. Let the waves of competition commence. The steamrollers roll on, and they're opening Vault 2. Unlocking Vault 1, the jet setters are trying to book a ticket to fame.
Why did you do one?
It's on, Scotty. We've got our first elimination.
I don't get why you have two charges for the radar. Like, isn't one enough, considering it's recharging? Oh, okay, I just understood. It's because of terminal attack. They built it with TA in mind, and in TA, since it doesn't reload, having only one makes it a bit useless. Meaning that radar, grenade, or whatever it's called, sonar grenade, is even more OP in cash out than in TA.
A wipeout and a setback for the steamrollers.
Which is a bit crazy, considering it's already super OP. I was hoping for less light in cash out, but it's a lot still. Remember, it's a very suitable class for unranked modes. So if you're not in ranked, always expect a light. There's always going to be one, if not more. Especially now that lights are on top of the meta. CPU overload? Yesterday, you mean? Or wait, something's not working. My sound? No, seems good. Bro, every time you come in, there's a problem technically. So stop hacking me.
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box.
I ain't playing TA. Yeah, not surprised. Chat, can you confirm sound and camera and everything's working fine on your end?
Retros have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
This cringe is making me worried.
Firing thermite.
I saw that. Okay. Since I hit the second, it's fine, but the first one was a shame of a sniper shot. Why are they pushing now, though? Fucking idiots. Great plan, Pink. Smart move. Now you get to wipe.
Hitting the road with a cash out in progress, it's the Steamrollers.
There we go. Your mic is low a bit. I'm speaking a little less loud than usual, so maybe that's the reason. But yeah, I got it closer. It should be a bit better. Let me know if it's still low. Camera's good.
The Retros
Because I'm having same problem. Okay. Well, I don't know. If you're referencing to what happened yesterday, I think it's within the game, because I changed like FPS, we changed graphics, we changed shit, like, and still nothing. Like, I tried for an hour after the stream ended, and nothing changed. Problem is, like, I don't want to fight him, but I can't keep him in my back either. Mike's a bit cranky. Bro,
This is intense.
what's happening? Let me listen for a second.
The jet setters will need to reboot. Team wiped.
The competition told them to go fly a kite.
The Retros denied a cash
I don't know. When I try, like,
out.
cause I've got a test screen, which I always keep on hand, right? And it's working fine, seemingly. Hey Sprout, welcome back, man.
The Vogues have returned to the arena.
Go to both 3.
But I did make quite a bit of changes, so like to try to help on your end for the stream, I mean. So there might be some mic setting that
Danger, the Vogues are
derailed a
currently at
bit.
risk of being eliminated.
So yeah, let me know how it goes, yeah. Okay, we're still second. That sucks a little. Where's A? Where's C? C and D, okay. Are they pushing us?
The Steamrollers are determined to crush the competition. They're opening Vault 4.
That was one hell of a headshot.
The jet setters got hold of a cash box.
They got it.
The Vogues are in trouble right
Started
now.
after the start of the match.
If they want to get to the next round.
So again, some game performance shit. Bro, he's pissing me off. Let me snipe, bro. Just fuck off. Let me snipe. Sniper and cash out. Yeah, today we're doing a sniper focused
Going into
stream.
overtime. This could change everything.
And the cash out side is to prepare for TA. So depending on the fight, it's not always the best, but I'm not gonna lie. Gotta try, boys. You gotta try. That's how you get better. Purple. That's a mountain. Why am I throwing a grenade at his face? What the fuck? Like, it's so slow with the sniper. Every movement you make, like between shooting, it's slow, reloading, it's slow, looking into the scope is slow. So like, I don't know, like when I'm playing sniper, I feel like my mechanics are slowed for some reason. I kind of align with the sniper speed for everything. Which is obviously proof that I'm a very, very poor sniper.
The jet setters are back on the scene.
Going up, follow me.
you guys don't hear the sweet, I hope. Because I don't know about you guys, but I hate the sound of chirp. Fuck this thing. Okay.
One contestant is trying out how much damage those walls can take. Keep at it, I say.
Still feels laggy though. Not gonna lie. We don't even have time to catch it on wires. Oh, but it's 15 seconds. Okay. Didn't expect the Power Rangers to come out. But how we could avoid bankruptcy? That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like finals shot themselves in the foot. And I'm really worried about like what their future actually looks like. Like, you know, the fact that they're not even communicating. Lollipop, you want to do TA? Because I'm gonna run TA, so if you really don't want to do TA, I'd advise leaving the squad. But like, yeah, I was gonna say the fact that Embark hasn't even discussed anything. Okay, Lollipop, no problem. That they haven't like addressed anything about it. Like, it's, I don't know, it's so weird. Out of game mode with vehicles, teams scramble to load up cash from the bank and transport to their hideout. I think there's so many things they could be doing. Like I think it was like a few weeks before the release of season 3, but I was having this discussion with one viewer, and we were talking about like, I think it was use up, maybe, whatever. Like a level where you'd be on a train, like a moving train, and you have to bring like payload from one side to the other of the train or something, like some active map. They have a second game cooking. Yeah, I have high hopes that their initial plan was to test things out through the finals, and whatever the results, positive or negative, just take the experience for whatever arc rider. But I don't know, there's also a chance that the reality is just that Embark is too young of a dev team to really like tackle games of this size, in which case they're gonna keep making similar mistakes for Arc Raider, and we'll have another nugget that was thrown out the window. Because I'm not gonna lie, the finals, like, it's probably the first time I'm ever gonna have like actually saying that, but as it stands, the finals is dying. Like, it is bleeding. And you know, like, players always, we're always complaining about the player experience, but that's not what the company is about, right? This is a product and it brings value, and this value has money worth. And as long as it keeps going in, it can be called the worst game in the world by players if they keep spending money on their skins and on whatever else that generates money. The game is still doing good, right? You see what I mean? And people were complaining about the final since the start and saying it was dying, but the only thing that was not really working as intended was the player experience, like some things through the game. And because of that, until that's the case, the game is fine. Like, there was some certain level of hype, of trust that was being built. Like, the game had like a, you know, it was playing its cards, right? Like, giving itself a chance. And people were like there to take that chance. But now we kind of passed that phase. Like, people now kind of know what the game is worth. They know what they can and cannot do with the game. They know the limitations. They know the speed at which the Embark team reacts to repair things or not repair them. And it's kind of like what we were discussing yesterday. Like, even if in the plan there is a way to make things better, there's so many things that are not aligned with the level that we should be expecting of a world-class game, that even if they tackle it, unless if they triple their dev team and their entire like project size, we're not going to see the changes. Like, the game is not going to change sufficiently much and sufficiently well enough at a speed that is rapid enough for us to feel the difference. Which means that it's going to probably take like a year or something to get a game that's playable. Or, okay, sorry, I'll take that back. The playable word is absolutely exaggerated. It is more than playable. But what I meant is like to have a version of the game that is actually like proper, like competitive level. It's going to take way too long. Fucking mind. And so yeah, so the problem is there is like I don't think the game will have enough remaining player or players to embark. No pun intended.
30 seconds
By the time that the game is ready, and I think that's really sad because there was huge potential here. Like, they brought a new approach to destruction, for example, like by building blocks that those can each individually be damaged to the full extent. That's super smart. Like, and they really brought like some new breath of fresh air to the FPS genre, which was, let's be honest, very boring for quite a few years. Like with Call of Duty just basically ruling the market and nobody having a single chance to do anything about it. And so Finals with Embark kind of came to like switch things up, and it's a bit sad to see the result. Like, so maybe
and the action resumes.
maybe it will get better
Just starting.
again, but it's probably gonna take so much time. Like, so like let's even like what they're probably gonna be doing at first is probably like bringing cash out back, right? So imagine if season 4 is about bringing cash out back. It's not a new mode, you know, it's not new content, it's not anything really new. Like, is that enough to bring players on board when, like, you know, they've been pissed off for 3 months? Like, I don't know. Bro, I'm so bad with the sniper. Like, if it's not long shots, I'm so garbage. Like, I was moving myself. Like, why?
All hopes are pinned on the last standing attacker, folks. Can they get the win all on their own?
Audio is fine. Okay, good to know. Thanks for letting me know. They did such a good job with gyro aiming. Yeah, for example, like there's so many things in the game that there is like absolute like engineering mastery. I mean, even look, like it's one of the first games that's running. Okay, one of the first games that's running Unreal Engine 5 and actually like exploiting it properly. I don't know. I think it's super cool, but just like they fucked up. Like, they fucked up in way too many ways.
The defenders eliminate all attackers and clinch the round.
It's one of the first Unreal 5 games. Really good stuff. Yep, agreed. And I would even say they managed to set the bar in terms of like what game, like what maps should be, let's put it this way. Like Call of Duty is put to shame with Kyoto, right? Like it's similar maps in the sense like the decor, the atmosphere is similar, except in the finals everything is perfect to the detail and everything is destructible. Those two last points are not at all implemented in Call of Duty, which is like 10, 15 years old. So it really set the bar. But then the execution and like the running the life of the game was failed in so many ways. Like, it's actually crazy, like, and probably criminal. can you imagine the investors of the finals who saw the game and like everything that was being built with it, and they were like, it's easy, like as soon as the game is out we'll make millions, like it's an easy win, and now they're probably bleeding money for the last 6 months.
The attackers are in a tough spot. They're down to their last contestant.
Scanning for opponents.
Our defenders have cleared the attackers, but
I did nothing, 0 combat. Fuck me. COD's still running on last gen consoles. The finals is gorgeous, even on PS5. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, there is so much progress with the finals, and it deserves to be on the front row seats of like the market of FPS games. But let's be honest, you release a game and for 6 months, 5 months to be exact, you don't have ranked matchmaking. It's only unranked matchmaking. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I get that now investors push for video games producers to release their games as fast as possible. Obviously to start cashing in money, because the way it works is that the investors lend them money, and with an like they used to not do that, but nowadays with video game companies, like when you want to like get an investment for video games, they're going to give you a release date, and then they work with pushing that date like and being as close to that date as possible. And so I'm guessing there was some kind of pressure from the investors to really like push the finals out. But like fucking give them a month extra or 2 months extra, even if it costs like fucking $10 million, like those 10 millions, and this time invested here to patch those shit up, to to test nukes properly, to figure out how to make a ranked ladder, a way to make your leaderboard statistics actually work properly, like, you know, all those little shits. If they're done properly, that's how you make sure your game stays alive forever. I'm still laggy. I know it's an excuse and it doesn't change much. I'm playing like shit, but I'm also laggy. And it really doesn't help my case. I don't know what's up with the lag lately, like, it's really annoying. And again, I tested it, like yesterday I literally spent like an hour and a half testing everything out. It works on every game, there's never a lag problem, never anything. Online games, bigger servers than this. I've tried a Battlefield, like, you know, with those 60 fucking players, all that shit, nothing had any issue. And then I get back on the finals and it's still laggy as fuck. And we lowered FPSs yesterday, like, I don't know. And Kyoto is the worst.
Still have a job to do. Stop that decryption. The defending team has suffered multiple eliminations and are down to their last.
Do you remember, guys, just like fucking 3 weeks ago, we were like just loving every game. Like the problem was about like how good we were versus other teams, not like is the game playable. It's so sad. By the way, guys, and like, please answer, okay? Because I'm really curious. What other streamers do you watch? Like, that will help me get an idea of what type of game we could be looking into. Like, tell me the like all the other streamers you watch, or at least like give me a couple of them.
The previous round was a spectacle. Let's see if this one tops
I'm
that.
guessing Otter is gonna come in. Non. What do you mean non? Yes? Si, si. And welcome back, by the way, James Bond.
Special delivery.
The fuck? I'm so mad I missed him.
3 defenders single-handedly.
Ugh.
Defender has been eliminated. They need to hang in there.
Hey man, I watch you for gameplay and gaming. Grindhouse because he's hilarious at talking shit about Xbox. Okay. You mean no one? Okay. So just me then. Well, that's flattering. It doesn't help my case much. Poor man's really trying.
Look at this. A head-to-head clash.
I mean, if he gets his 100 HP back, the other one's pretty low as well, so it's a fair fight. Hey Chris, he does a 3-hour show every Monday. Do this a riot. Okay. I'll
30
check.
seconds left, June. Gah! I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt. Please say, give me nothing.
The pressure is on as the final attacker started the decryption. Can they save the day?
Would be good if they put the health of players under their box on the top. Oh, he got 9.
Decryption is still going. Defenders will need to step on it.
Bruh. Imagine he dies from the turret.
Can't stop me now.
Reloading.
Only 30 seconds left for the defenders to halt the decryption process.
It was hard thinking over there. You could see him sweating. I used to watch Halo Pros, but not anymore. Okay. Man, cooking sometimes is a pain. I made homemade pasta for the first time.
Dismantle the attacker's plans piece by piece.
I love making homemade pasta. It's just elbow grease. (3-2) when we're on the defense side is not great. We need to take like a couple of points ahead for sure. Sounds tasty. Homemade pasta is unbelievably better than anything you can buy on the market. I kind of want to go up there, but I'm pretty sure I'll get... Okay. Oh my god. I crouched like on Elden Ring. So it made me trip out. It's fine. Did some good damage. Yo, Jack.
I'm gonna use that zip line.
Welcome back, man. It is, but getting the hang of it is pretty tough. It's fine. You just need to pass the pasta back in the machine to make it thin enough that it's workable.
Just one attacker remains.
After doing it a few times, you get the hang of it.
Both sides are down to one contestant, folks. We have a true duel on our hands.
And making homemade chicken and dumplings. Oh, I'd love dumplings though. Damn. Keep one for me, boys. Will the finals die or become big again? Trick shot, my man. It breaks me to say it because it's been a long streak of let's stay positive. But let's be honest, if it doesn't get better, if they don't come up with a switch right now, like, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. The Halo pros helped kill their GE. Eh? What's G? Zap, bro, we don't know what Halo is. What's a G or whatever? Streamers need to be more chill for their own good. Streaming is a difficult job, man. It's a special type of energy. Like I try to differentiate myself by being a bit calmer than the others, but that's like a choice, right? So like most streamers would have to put a fuck ton of energy. And that's how you kind of stand out, you know, like bringing some type of energy that you can kind of feel through the camera. I got you, come on by. Okay, man, I'm ready. I'm so hungry. Plus, I'm not gonna eat till late tonight, so. Chances it recovers. I mean, bro, honestly, like that's what we were discussing just before, like half an hour ago. So, like, the problem is like, there is ways to repair things and to make them better, but each change takes either half a season or an entire season. Like just repairing the terminal attack mistake is probably going to be like either mid-season or end of the season, and that means that it's going to take them a month and a half at the very least to repair something that brought nothing to the game. So like we've taken 3 steps back and we're taking a month and a half to take those 3 steps back front. The problem is that if they keep doing that, we're pushing the physical date of when the game will be competitive, accurate, let's call it like this. Like they're pushing the line back every single time they make a mistake, and the problem is that players have options. And if your game is not ready, if your game is not playable, if your game is not fun, if your game is blah 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 blah, then you just switch, you guys just go to something else, and after a while you never try again. And Finals has already burned a lot of their jokers. I don't know how many are left, right? So that's a bit my worry. So I don't know, it's hard to tell you. I don't want to be negative and say it won't recover. No, it probably will. Just the time frame is a big question mark. Could take a while, and I don't know how much patience you got. Bro, a sniper on attack. I feel naked.
Initiating a scan.
Fucking minds, bro. And that, my boys, is why terminal attack sucks. Stepped on a mine, stepped on and breathed a second mine just from dropping the floor. That was fun. And with the help of Leo, I figured out what was wrong with my pasta sauce. Gotta let the meat burn, bro. Save me some of those dumplings. I want some of those dumplings, man. There's fucking mine. I'll fight you for them. I'm so hungry. Stop talking about food, boys. I'm starving. It's funny, we never see clips of 360 sniper shots. I'm sure people have landed them.
Next up, round 8.
Our teams are warmed up. Time to dive in again. Sure.
I want high grounds. I don't want to push like an idiot again. Like once in close quarters, I really feel useless with a sniper. But is there any opening I can exploit here? Because there's this fucking tree. It's not.
Tossing a sonar.
I saw it. Yo, Maya. Welcome back. It's been a while, man.
This round belongs to the defenders.
I got some for us all. Thank you. My heart is crying in this imagination of... I haven't played for a while, but came back to see the bow, and I love it, man. The bow is really good, yeah. I would say it's probably the best thing that was released on Season 3. This and this also. The fact that you can now throw the key a million miles away.
Smash this! Bring it on!
And then people are like, what the fuck, how did he do that?
Personally, I like the intensity of this mode. High stakes.
He got it? Oh, he threw it. Send the recipe in the Discord. Winchclaw too. I think Winchclaw is nice,
Throwing sonar grenade.
but I wouldn't say it's like the best thing of Season 3. Because it's also quite annoying on the receiving end, let's be honest.
Scanning that area!
One left, two left.
Wipe out for the
I was gonna say if I die, at least he's low.
open rally for a stronger
Yep.
comeback next round.
Best flick shot ever. I might make a video soon because it's so satisfying to use. For sure my main. For sure my main. I think yeah, bows are great for content for sure. Go ahead, man. And once you've done it, send it over. 80% light lobby even in rank, bro. Yeah. Look my team. And people are still running mid though. Well, I guess we're in low ranks, but I'd be very curious to know why they're playing mid.
Let's move to Terminal B! Absolutely!
Next up, round 10.
Even though this mode came from CNS, I have to admit it's quite exciting.
I like how the AI always says that as the first phrase. I know this mode came from CNS, but it's quite exciting. Like, you know they're trying to push their mode. They're like... convince players that it's just not so bad. Ooh, that headshot though. Yeah, the key's like in such a bad spot.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. The defenders only have a single contestant in the arena now.
Move to Terminal B!
I think he's on
Watch out at Terminal B! Picked up the key! Scanning for opponents!
A terminal is under attack and the decryption key has been inserted.
I wish we could close that. Like, you see him, you're like, nope. Who's left? One of the good ones.
Nicely done by the attackers.
All right.
Let the defenders aside to win the round.
This map is probably my favorite map design from any game I played in ages. It's so well done, they hit it with this one. Yeah, that's what we were just saying. I think it's one of the best maps that was ever created in any FPS game. The only problem is what they do with it. The game modes attached to it. And for now, those are a bit disappointing.
It's time to show who's boss in this terminal tunnel!
Are they playing catch? So if I recall, you're patched over there when you're on the defending team. I guess not. I'm trying to remember the spots where players are usually going. Got smacked. To be fair, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Sometimes I trip out in terminal attack. Like, the gadgets are such a nuisance that I just want to take care of them. And I kind of like put to the side the fact that there's players roaming around. Yeah, I totally agree. I love everything about this map. Legit perfectly my style. I mean, to be fair, I do like the map, but the modes make it rough. Like, once you'll pass that barrier of like discovering the map, since you just popped into season 3, if I understood correctly, like once you've seen it enough that it's no longer like surprising, the modes are so shit that you kind of like, you're not getting much out of it, if I'm being honest. But you kind of motivated me. I want to do a bow round. It's been a minute. Hello, are you solo queue? I am not necessarily solo queue. You guys can join if you want. It was Demonio, you alt? I can't remember. What's your Embark ID? Wait, I'll launch the game. No, man, we can't wait, bro. Next one, then. Guys, when you want to join a game, it's with pleasure, but please prepare stuff so that you just have to, like, click and launch the game. Always remember there's people watching, right? So, like, those people have other things to do than to wait for you. Hey, Essential. Sorry, I don't always have eyes on Twitch. It's something I'm working on, but it's a space issue. I'm trying to figure out my setup, how to make it work. But between electricity, complications, and space, it's a bit difficult for now. So I'm sorry for that, but for now, Twitch, like the view on the Twitch chat is occasional rather than permanent. That being said, you said you have a question. What can I do for you, man?
It's time, folks. We're kicking things off in.
You think Embark will go bankrupt? I mean, I don't know about bankrupt, but they're not doing well. That's for sure. Like, now I'm pretty sure they're losing money by this stage, yeah. Let's do bow. But yeah, like, if they don't turn things around, investors are going to leave, and if investors leave, then there is no money going in, right? And at that point, it goes bankrupt.
Let's get this started.
Like, what's for sure is that if they don't stop making those mistakes, then we have a problem. I don't know, I'm bored from gaming. I'ma just play vanilla MC or something. Yeah, that happens. Do some sports or something.
We're starting round 1 of Terminal Attack. Who will take the early lead in this series? The attackers or the defenders?
I hope not. Would gladly give them more money for their game. I mean, you guys know what I think about it, right? I'm passionate about this game, but I'm also conscious of reality. And you only have so many chances to perform on what you promised. And right now I don't think they're doing that. Fuck! I'm scratching my leg, bitch! Okay, hold on, I don't wanna
Our
die.
teams have now formally introduced themselves as we've got our first elimination of the match.
This might get crazier than I expected.
A little crazy
Of
again.
course a
Let's see
random
how this
appears
goes.
here right as I pass. Fuck, man.
Reloading!
But yeah, so I don't know, this season is definitely strange to me.
Drop one!
Well, there's no backup
And
now for
every
the
season
remaining
I try
attacker
to
out there.
understand their mindset and like their plan and try to talk about it and, you know, like forecast future and etc, etc. And every time I'm so wrong because they are just the most unexpectable company I've ever seen. Like, they wake up one morning and they just turn their game around. Like, I genuinely want this game to exist in the next 20 years. I want to be able to show my kids what real FPS shooters are. Sorry, bro, it's not looking good, Abdel. It's like, honestly, if things don't get better, I give it like 2 years and then it will be one of those forgotten games where you can, like, you have one active server and that's about it. The problem is, like,
Next up,
imagine even, let's say, even imagine that they have the intention to stay on TA. Because we keep assuming that they're going to switch it back either mid-season or next season. But what if they're not? Like, if that game stays on TA, it is going to die. Like, there is no other way around. Like, people just don't like it. Like,
Danger at Terminal B!
and I mean, you go to the restaurant, you order pizza every Sunday at this restaurant. You come back because you know that there's this pizza that you like. And then suddenly you come back one Sunday and instead of, like, the pizza is gone from the menu and now they only do pasta. Pasta is awesome. No problem with pasta. But if I come to get a pizza, the fuck? He lasered me. Yeah, if I come for a pizza and I get only pasta, I'm like, you know, no matter what, how good fucking pasta is, like, I want pizza. And the problem right now is that with this terminal attack switch, that's exactly what happened. Like, you ordered something, you got something else. And now it just depends on how stubborn they are not to admit they made a mistake. And the fact that they still haven't addressed the problem kind of seems to incline that they intend to push this through, like saying like, yeah, no, we're right. They're gonna build, you know, some like fake, like, because I'm sure some people are saying good stuff about TA, like there's always some, right? They're gonna take those as a generalization and say like, look guys, those who complain don't understand, most players are loving it, blah 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 blah, and then we're fucked, basically. I still can't believe Apex Legends is doing better than this game. I might be wrong though, but Apex just has a bigger player base. Apex did what they should, they grew.
Time for our teams to clash again.
Like, they had a big buzz at the start, a big hype train. They hopped on the fucking train. They grew slowly, putting attention where it needs to be. Didn't make crazy ass changes without communicating it to their community. Kept growing, locking in their player base. And then they started expanding with arena and like alternative modes. Finals, what did they do? They're like, oh, if we look at the market, search and destroy games have the biggest player base. Let's take a piece of that pie. Yeah, but you just don't do search and destroy, so how are you gonna fucking take a piece of that pie, bitch? And their answer to that, obviously, as we all know, is no, don't worry, we're gonna make a search and destroy mode, and it's gonna be awesome. Except it's not. And it's starting to be annoying, not gonna lie. Because again, it's not our responsibility as players to suffer from their inexperience. And right now it is suffering. Like I was going to talk about my case, but my case is irrelevant. Even you, like any of us players, like you launch a game to get the game you wanted last time you launched it, not another one. Otherwise you run another one. And I think those mistakes are costly. And I don't know how much can still be fully repaired. I don't even know if they consider it as a mistake. That's the problem. Like, I don't even know what their stance is. Like, are they even alarmed? Maybe they think they're smart, you know?
Let's see whether this next one can top it.
They're pushing B. I'm saying that nobody's on comms. Fucking RPG. Eesh.
A defender is showing off out there. That's 3 eliminations and counting.
4v4.
Impressive win for the defenders. Why play it safe when you can just run through the opposition, right?
I understand where you're coming from. I just hope Season 4 finalize what the finals is supposed to be. If it doesn't, then I can see why you see the downfall of the game. Bro, let's be honest, like, we are the fans of the game, right? Like, we're the ones who are already conquered, and like, I was gonna say how many times, but I know the answer. Like, every fucking season that has a problem, we're like, yeah, it's fine, give them time, next season they'll do better. Can we genuinely, right now, look at each other and be like, I am sure 100% that Season 4 won't have some kind of a fucked up problem?
Who will step up?
Like, I can't promise that, that's for sure. And I'm not going to. Like, I've believed in them every season, saying the same thing on, and every season they come up with something different.
Enemy down there.
And that's all them. Man, I left the scene thinking like I'm disconnecting myself from my team, but I just really don't want to die. And even then he followed me out there.
Reloading.
I mainly play World Tour, so I don't really feel the negatives of Season 3. I mean, you're very positive, Abdel, but I'm sorry, but the cash out is... like unranked cash out is for me it's cash out but tasteless.
Yikes. The attackers did
Like the fact that there isn't the rank scenario around, that you're not making calls with your teams, that you're not like like just basic team synergy, it removed the entire fun. Like when I do world tours right now, I do it because it's a good something's happening on the screen and I don't have to attribute too much brain power for it. so I can discuss with you guys. But basically my streams lately have been more of a let's talk than a final stream. Because the modes are just like so mind-numbing, like. Do you think the finals will ever beat its 267k partner players at one? I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm thinking over your answer, trying to figure out scenarios where that's a thing. But honestly, like, even if they announce a full reboot of the game, like, commercially speaking, if that was ever going to be the case, they would do like an Overwatch 2, you know, like the Finals 2. Meaning it wouldn't be the same game. So like for the Finals 2, probably yes. But for this Finals, it's never. I don't see a way for that to happen. What would bring those players over? They've already been here, they already know what the game is, they already know what to expect, and they already know, most importantly, what they don't like about it. So if they left for those reasons, why would they come back? What can be promised by Embark that is sufficiently strong enough that a chunk of the player community actually says like, yeah, you know what, I'll give it a second shot. Maybe I missed something, you know?
Watch out, in there.
A harsh sweep for the attackers. They'll have to harness
So
this setback as a
I don't
stepping
think so.
stone for the next round.
I really don't think so. Man, you should start making cooking videos at this point. Why would I do cooking videos? I love cooking, but it doesn't mean I'm a cooking YouTuber. But it's an idea, it's something I've always wanted to do. Like, I just don't have the setup for it. Absolutely not. I noticed that World Tour killed the meta for cash outs. I see people use non-meta gadgets and weapon. It honestly feels better than last season ranked. I don't know. Like, first of all, my standpoint here is that I have nothing against metas. Like, I know a lot of players hate the fact that there's a meta and that you have to go, like, everyone's doing the same thing. But if everyone's doing the same thing, it's because the meta, like, because the game is built in a way that this angle is the right one. It's the most efficient. So, like, for example, we're seeing the return of the SH11 or 1011, never remember how it's called. It's not there, whatever. I don't want that weapon to be back, man. Like, that's a shitty ass weapon to be on the receiving end of. And I think meta also avoids that. Like, you kind of had like a mainstream best way to play the game, and then most players are gonna play that. And I'm not against that, to be honest. So I don't need to break the meta. I just want a meta that makes sense. Right now the meta is full light because there's no other options. And that sucks. That should not be the case. I haven't tried throwing with the new bug with canisters. Yeah, it works too, so you can throw shit super far now. He dodged that one last second. Bro. Why are there so many traps, man? What the fuck? Damn. That was a headshot at the end. But you know that if they have a whole season to work on casual rank, they hopefully deliver this time. Remember, they are brand new studio, so I can understand the hiccups in delivering. Bro, well, you're right. That's only true because you give them that love that makes this possible, this mistake to be forgiven. But that is just not how companies work. It's what I've been trying to say this whole hour. It's like we can't look at the problems from the player standpoint anymore. It's no longer limited to the player experience and to player issues. Now it's impacting the game on the financial level, which means it's impacting the game on the game as a product. And once your product is impacted, the image of the product of the finals right now is not doing great. And once that's the case, that's very difficult to change consumer mindset. And the problem with Season 3 is that it was already supposed to be the salvation of the errors of Season 1 and Season 2. And in the end, they've pushed something that was completely unexpected, except for the fact of saying that it kind of proves they don't have the legs to solve the issues that they were facing with cash out. And then on top of that, not only have they proved that they don't have the legs to correct those mistakes, but plus it shows that their decision making is not on point, because they've taken a general decision for their product that is not passing. People are not liking it, and not only new players but also existing player base. That's a huge problem. And so while I again believe that there is redemption for the finals, that there is a way to make this or make things better, accurate enough to be called a competitive game, it's going to take ages. And the problem is that by the time it's ready, will there be enough players still here and enough players to be convinced to make the game survive? And that's where I'm not sure. It really looks gloomy right now. I think business-wise, it's not looking great for the finals. And I'm telling you, the investors, they know about it. Because it's their cash in the hands of Embark right now. So once your investors are not happy, you've got a real problem. And literally, this was my job, guys, okay? So, I'm not saying this randomly. This is literally how business works. And as long as the problems of the finals were player-related, we were fine. Once they're business-related, it's a very different problem. Finals is cooked in. No, I don't know. I'm not a game designer, or that's not my specialty. So I'm sure there are mechanisms to save things, but I hope they're going to do it, because imagine, let's put it this way. Sorry about that. Let's put it this way. Imagine next season their big plan to save the situation is to make that ranked becomes power shift. Well, I do believe that power shift is a better option for ranked than TA. It's still shit. I don't want to play power shift as the base of the game. The game is the finals. It's about cash out. That's how the game was sold to us, and that's what it should be. They have things to repair with cash out. Yes, absolutely. But the game should be about cash out. And until it is back to that, then they're still putting bandage over a bleeding wound. And until that's true, the game's never going to get better. And the player base is not going to grow, and etc, etc. Most games lose their fun. Okay, so that's probably true as well. There is erosion for video games. But first of all, that's probably true for every type of product. And second of all, there is games who do better than others. We've been talking about Apex. How long did Apex stay relevant for? Before it became forgotten and started to be put in the past, it took easily 3 years, maybe even 4 or 5. Let's settle on 3, whatever. 3 is not 6 months. Right now, in 1 year, the finals is forgotten. Because there isn't enough happening, and things that are happening aren't on point enough to make them relevant on the long run. Every streamer and YouTuber I talk to have said it's not going to survive, and to be honest, I would not mind a Finals 2 to rebirth. the game and to get the old players back and some new ones rebirthing the game. Yeah, but the problem is that it's not that easy, man. Like, if you release a... I have two examples even. If you release the finals too quickly, who would give a fuck? They'd still be like, yeah, we played the one, it was crap, fuck it, I'm not interested. So now you've invested another 100, 200, 500 million dollars into a game that has no future. So that's not going to happen until they have some kind of confirmation that the finals can grow, first of all. And then second of all, I'll use an example that is concrete. Look at Overwatch 2, man. Overwatch 1 did great, but then they made so many mistakes as well that the game died off. Again, after years with a competitive scene and everything. So this game for me was a success. But they've made mistakes that kind of made the game drop off a bit, especially with Blizzard.
The previous round was a spectacle.
And then they released Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is a shame. And it is what it's called like. It's what people see it like. It's the drop down, fall dead of Overwatch. And from that point we knew Overwatch was dead. Like, so the second, like the sequel of a game is not always the solution. And I would even say quite far from it. What needs to happen is that Embark stops making choices that we don't believe in. Or that we're perplexed about. Removing the progression bar completely at the beginning of Season 2. You're like, what the fuck? Why? What does it mean? What's the purpose? Where are you going with this? They need to stop making choices like this. And like once the trust between players and devs is solidified, they also have to start understanding that in this world marketing is, I wasn't gonna say everything, it's not everything, but it's a big chunk of things. And I appreciate the approach to say like, we don't market our games because we don't play like that. We want to work from mouth to ear and just work based on our reputation. Okay, cool. What I hear is that you don't have budget and you can't pay ads, basically. So it's not going to help your game. Like, and the finals is a great proof. Like,
One of the attackers is on a roll. 3 eliminations. Check.
I've played lots of FPS games in my life, and none of them had made me stay long to play them like the finals did. To me, it never gets boring, and there's always something new happening in each match. I mean, Adel, you're obviously like the core target for the game and a big fan of it. So I would say, and please take this with all due respect, that you're not necessarily the voice that should be heard. Because what I'm trying to say here is that when you, like in your case, no matter what they do, and I'm kind of similar, right? Like no matter what TA, blah, 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 I'm still running TA games. But like no matter what the Embark is doing for the finals, you're kind of gonna be behind them and be like, yeah guys, let's push it. And that's awesome, we need more of those, right? But what I'm trying to say is like the problem is that Embark needs to learn to speak to the chunk of their community who, when they see we're gonna switch cash out to TA, they go like, what the fuck, that's shit, I'm not interested, I'm not gonna play. And there's a huge chunk of players in that case. And I think it's all part of beginner mistakes, like they don't know how to communicate properly. Like this change should have been announced and preparing players. I'll give an example. We've been talking about what other games we're going to be running for the channel, right? Because we need the channel to grow, and it can't be just about the finals. It's not something that I woke up and suddenly, like, you turned on your stream at 9 PM, expecting to see me play the finals, and suddenly I'm playing whatever. Like, that's just not how it goes. I warn you weeks, even / months ahead, telling you like, guys, I know it's difficult to accept, but there is going to have to be a change. We are going to have to branch into other games on top of the finals. So what are you interested in? I'm going to make polls on the channel, blah, 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 blah. And in the end, those are the discussions that help like you know, solidify the plan together. Like, we're doing this change together, not just me and my side. And that's exactly what Embark fails to do every time. They're like, we're cooking something really cool for you guys. And everybody gets hyped. And then once that something happens, it's something really strange that nobody would have expected. And then people are just mad. And it sucks. Like, just communicate with your teams, like with your player base. I don't know. At least that's my opinion.
With just one member left on
From
the
what
defending
game
team, it's
finals could take
massive
example
endurance.
of returning its popularity? Let me think of a case where a game that like was a nugget failed, and then with some action managed to turn things around.
The attackers have left no enemy standing. That round is decisively theirs.
I don't know if there's too many of those cases. First of all, let's be clear. I don't know. Like, it's not really one of those cases, but I'm guessing like Fortnite is kind of similar. Because Fortnite had a huge hype at the start. And then players got very tired of it, and then the game started falling off. And it was about to die. And then they changed their orientation and like rebooted the game. And the reboot was so effective that the game like performed better than it ever did. So I guess that's kind of a similar example. But let's say it was popular for much longer than the finals was. So I don't know if it's exactly what you wanted as an answer. Apex almost died first year. I was thinking of Apex at first to answer. But reality is that I can't really remember exactly how it happened. I can only remember that there were complications, but I think like in my memory they were more like character based, like Mirage is too obvious, or the invisibility of what's her name doesn't last long enough, la 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 la. But maybe there were other stuff as well. That being said, if that's true for Apex, then that's a great example. Because they obviously performed for quite long. And honestly, Embark should definitely be taking an example on Apex. Because Apex is like a difficult game to really push. And they did it like amazingly well, and for so long. Like I still have, I'm not sure if it's here. Maybe it's show under my desk or something.
Deploying jump pad.
Like it's dark around, so I'm not gonna figure it out now. But I've got a Pathfinder little statue thing, and I don't have many of those. I can't remember the name. The little dudes. I'm sure you know what I. But I don't have many of those. But I definitely wanted a Pathfinder one. That's how much the game managed to make me feel about it. I'm telling you, I'm not buying a statue of the When You're Dead on the finals. That's for sure. Like I love the game so much, but it hasn't pushed me to that. You know, I'm not stuck to the game. If tomorrow the finals servers close down, there'll be other options, and that's what I'm saying. Like Apex, when it came out, it was just like you love the game so much. There's nothing else you're gonna do. You're gonna play Apex every day for hours, and you're gonna love every minute of it. Finals kind of lost that with like season 3 and the drum. I can remember the opposite cases like Titanfall or Splitgate. What do you mean by opposite cases? In the sense that like games didn't start well and then did better?
The decryption continues. Match point denied
Fucking
to the
6-5,
attackers.
oh, come
The
on.
defenders are
Close this
ramping up
game.
their game now.
Decryption key picked up.
And died out after. I mean, games that died out after being famous, there's so many of them. Which is another reason why I'm very worried for the finals. Whoops.
Next up,
Well,
round 12.
now I look stupid.
Despite last round's setback, the attackers can still seal the deal here.
I don't know if it's intended, this throw thing, but it's so nice to do. Like, it just feels so good. It's not very precise, but it feels nice. You feel a bit powerful for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna try to back then. I think that's stupid. There you go. Oh, I can't believe he managed to follow me. I will die, I will. I'm so trash at this mode, I'm not gonna lie.
Sending a frag. Gotta reload. Throwing a frag.
I don't know, I don't think anyone can take it from me that
Deploying turret.
playing with your team, like figuring out ways to push objectives or defend them, that was just
Only one
much
attacker
more
left
interesting
standing.
than what we're
It's
doing
all on
here.
their shoulders now.
It's so demanding to coordinate a 5-man team properly that I don't think many players have that capacity, and that's why we're seeing entire games now with nobody even speaking a single word. And that really took something off the game, I
One
think.
attacker and one defender left. A real game of cat and mouse out there. Time is running out. Only 30 seconds on the clock. The attacking team's last member is not backing down. Decryption started.
Let's see if he figures it out. Would be a nice clutch if he wins, not gonna lie. But the other guy's probably full health, so I don't know.
Got the last one on that team.
That's it.
Job.
The attackers stand tall as the dust
It was
settles,
hilarious
clinching the
recently
final round.
to watch old
Victory
videos
is
from
theirs.
2019 from massive content creator discussing how dead and boring game Apex was, no content, repetitive, etc. The most funny thing that these videos coming every year. I mean, there's always topics you can exploit, right? There's think that YouTube has a few hits, and complaining about previous games or current games is definitely one of those. But to be fair, Apex had a weird period as well, right? Like there was a moment in the middle of its popularity where like it kind of got boring a bit, and really like players were not happy as well. It didn't last too long, but they had a difficult patch as well. But that being said, whenever Apex was not going well, it was going much better than that. Like it was never crazy, like unfollowable choices. Like would be like a weapon's too strong or a gadget's not efficient enough or whatever, something like you can break the map by going through something. Like there like most of things were okay. Apex undercooked their first season, but it was okay since season 2. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. But season 1, from what I remember, we were all discovering, so in the end, like it kind of passed like unseen that it was a bit garbage. It's not unseen because there were people complaining, But the game was quite revolutionary as a whole, like, and because of that, it was still like super cool to play it, and so I think mistakes were forgiven. And plus, as you said, from season 1 to season 2, you really felt the difference. And I think that's the difference with Apex, is that yes, you do see the difference from one season to the other on the finals, but while they probably solve a good chunk of what didn't work in the previous season, they create another huge chunk by completely changing things. Or doing whatever an unexpected weirdness.
Time to gear up. Make it count.
What's for sure is that, like, even a half season feels like a very long time to wait until they solve things and like repair the state of the game. So I don't know how it's gonna go
And
down.
you're joining us as we head into round 1 of Terminal Attack.
That's right. Let's see if our attacking team can get that decryption key to a terminal.
No one on the roofs, really?
Enemy down there.
That first elimination sends a clear message that it's game time.
Warm-up is definitely over.
I hope they didn't forget to stretch.
I don't want to push before I get one eliminated, but it's too many people for a sniper.
Sonar grenade out.
By a mine? Wasn't the dude there right before me?
I'm reloading.
Yeah, whatever.
I have the key. Let's do it.
Oh no, only one contestant left for the attackers.
Same with mines, bro. I don't know what they can do about it. Like, if you nerf the damage, it becomes useless. Nobody's gonna play them.
They've kicked off the decryption.
And if you don't nerf them, it's such a pain right now.
Attackers are out, but the
Dying and losing your entire round because you stepped on something you couldn't see. It's a bit annoying.
I'm impressed. The defenders step up and take control, winning the round.
Let's get back to the boat. Let me grab another sweet, my boys. Because I didn't hear you guys complain about the first one. I'm guessing you're fine with it. Okay, so let's start something, right? We had a full run doing nothing. The pleasures of the smoke.
And we're kicking off round 2.
The next act unfolds.
Damn, that's a long throw. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. Oh, there's mines. Fucking mines, bro. 2 rounds, 2 mines, 0 combat. Love TA. I'd really be curious to know what's happening behind, like in the finals dev team meetings right now. Like somebody's ass is sweating currently. That's for sure.
Magic for the attackers.
The other one's super low, there's a chance.
Look at this tense standoff. One attacker, one defender. It's truly a terminal attack.
The defenders have 30 seconds left to stop that decryption.
Who needs to decrypt a terminal when you've got that kind of firepower? The attackers cleaned house.
I have the key, let's do it.
It's do or die, contestants. Show us who's got the ultimate decryption skill.
Reload at this.
Did I hit it?
I got the key.
Next up, round
We'll never know.
And so our contest continues.
Apex still best be Battle Royale overall if we can bring literally every aspect of the game from level and game design up lore, characters and even music. I think it's definitely a great game as a whole, but the problem is the number of active players right now. It's become an old game, like people have kind of put it in the back.
Don't panic. Frag out.
But it was king of the hill for a long time, that's for sure. Or at least deserved the king of the hill spot. I'm still on 0, right? Yep, 0. Gotta love this mode.
The attackers are down to a single contestant. They'll need to play it smart.
Look at that. 3 attackers down, all thanks to one formidable defender.
He just showed a major problem with TA in the finals. In CS Valorant, there's a limited amount of controlled angles. In TA, if it's 1v1 and planted, there's a million angles to hide and pop out kill in that last round. Yeah. Good, very good comment, man. The guy was basically checkmate just because it was a 1v1.
Look at this showdown.
Which,
One defender, one attacker, it's anyone's
like,
game.
it's funny that you mentioned it because I was thinking about it while in the loading. Like,
The defenders are on
what could actually be done to
Didn't let the
change that?
even start the decryption.
And I was imagining, like, should there be some kind of... It's funny because then I had a whole trail of thought, like you would need some kind of gadget, but then the gadget would just not be fair because... or not make sense because it would only be activable if it's a 1v1 or something. And then the trail of thought went to, like, what if one day the finals has mods like on CS? And you can kind of, like, go wherever you want, like, create what you want, make the maps the way you want, the gadgets you want and shit. And we could make, like, specific rules. Like, for example, if there's only 1 versus 1, you can, like, start a melee weapon instead of a, like, typical capture the point. Or search and destroy. So I don't really know what could be done to actually save that problem, but it is definitely another explanation of why the finals should not be doing search and destroy. Because 1v1 should have tension, not an obvious answer. And as you said, the angles is clearly an issue because you can't, like, you don't have enough life to cover everything. fuck off. He one-shot me, bro. What the fuck was that?
Have only one contestant left, folks.
Dude, a map editor and full game editor would make the finals the best game in human history, I swear to God. Yeah, I think it has the potential. But execution was failed. And sadly, I think we're passing the mark where things can be turned around.
Let's go, everyone!
Like, you know, for the game to take another level, it needs to have... Or to... It's not that it needs to have... It needs to feel like it's possible that one day we'll do 250k viewers online at once. Like they did at the start of Season 1.
Decryption key is in our hands.
And if we feel like that's possible, the fact that you don't achieve it is not a problem. But right now, it legit feels like there will never be that hype ever again.
Deploying a zip line to Terminal B.
Alert!
I'm going for that zip line.
Takedown by one of the
The
attackers.
fuck just happened?
Outnumbered but not outplayed yet. The defenders are down to one contestant.
Bro, I'm stuck!
Boom! The attackers have wiped
I was gonna
out
die
opposition.
there in the
This
most
round
pathetic
belongs
way
to them.
ever. I'm wondering if, since they put so much money in, they can still recover. The big fans have been playing it hardcore for 6 months, wondering when and how it will happen. Still need something. If they keep investing, they could still do it, but we don't know what exactly. It's missing that the general gaming community isn't in love with it. I mean, the general gaming community isn't in love with it because they came, they tested, and didn't like what they did. Like, let's be honest, nobody ever woke up and was like, I'm gonna be the enemy of the finals. Like, that would be... It's like saying it's your teammate's fault when you're losing your ranked games, right?
Our teams are back.
Like, it's too easy. If you like the game, you stay on the game. I'm not saying you're gonna be the most active player just because you like the game, but you're definitely gonna be playing the game, right? Right now, personally, and I'm sure it's the same for you guys, and you can confirm if I'm right, I know personally a number of players that have stopped playing because they were complaining about something, like my brothers about the unranked matchmaking, some people about the guns, some about the light class, some about this or that or that. Like, we all know somebody who left for a reason. Ugh. I am Chris, I think I got banned on desktop. I get an error on my main account. You got banned on desktop? What do you mean on desktop? Like you had a hacked version of Microsoft or something?
Oh no, only one contestant left for the attackers.
Special delivery. Frag out.
Getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own
Who wants it more?
Yeah, but I think those little reasons are the things that took it from 50k to 20k, not from 250 to 50. It's the problem we need to solve, and I think it means format change. That's an interesting point you're raising there.
Decryption started. In a brave solo effort, the remaining attacker is trying to make their team proud.
I'm trying to picture what was happening like beginning of the season when the hype started to go down. I can't remember what people were complaining about. Every time I try to open a vid, it gives me an error. When I switch account, it works on YouTube.
Time is
I don't know,
running for the
man.
defenders. 30 seconds.
Why did you get banned? What did you do to get banned?
Stop the decryption to
And if you
the
answer
field
nothing,
now.
then you know you're not banned, right? You don't get banned for nothing. The problem really is Nexon. We don't know their appetite and how high their expectations. Yeah, for sure. But we can at least kind of anticipate them, and I'm anticipating them that they're a company selling a product and they want profit. So things are not going great, so I'm sure profits are not there. If profits are not there, they're like tightening the knot, right? Like that's just basic business management. I think that's why they tried TA. They knew the gameplay was there generally, but the format doesn't fit normies. Cash out too chaotic, involved. We need deathmatch, seats, capture the flag, game types, something big. Unique game mode, I think, is the answer. Bro, the unique game mode was cash out, man. Let's be honest, like no other FPS games does that. What they need to do is fix what's not working with cash out, because there's a fuck ton of shit not working, especially on the competitive side. So they definitely need to work on that. But putting TA first was not the answer. It's really, you know, it's putting the shit under the rug. It's like saying like, yeah, we did, like the underlying message is we don't know how to solve the issues, so let's kind of like look another way. That's not how you run a world-class level game. That's just a reality. It's not like there are lots of devs working on the finals. They still make enough money. I'm sure of it. It'll never shut down. No, I don't think that's true at all. First of all, you're not talking only about dev teams. Like dev teams are the one making the game content, but every single employee that is connected to the finals has a cost per hour. And this cost is huge, because to make a game of that level, you need 500 people at the very least. So the costs are humongous. And on top of that, I'm sure the finals makes money. Does it make enough money to be considered a success by the investors, and therefore like making them ready to invest more? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Right. Fuck. The finals team is less than 100, by the way. Yeah, but you're not talking about the like execs from Embark or any partner, or like the team is wider than that. Like the first circle is quite small, and I'm saying quite small, but it's still 100 people, right? Like you still need to pay those, including what like the big salaries.
This just got interesting. Can the last member of the attack
But the entirety of the team like is 100 because they've got partners, but you're still paying those one way or another. Pondering the orb. What's left? What do you mean the orb?
The defenders clean the slate, taking out their opposition in a decisive sweep.
No, I really think that money-wise things are not great right now, and that's a huge problem for sure. There also might be external QC partner companies. Yeah, exactly. Quality is definitely a big chunk of the externalized workforce usually. So that's a very good example. But like in every sector of the video game industry, like you can externalize a big chunk of your production one way or another.
Round 8 on the way.
But you're still paying for it, like no matter what.
High stakes.
What happens? I'm gonna try something stupid, chat. That's but is it enough? No, it's not enough. Fine, fine. I mean, that's the second time it happens. I pressed the dash and I didn't move, and I think there's a collision if you're with, like, if an ally is next to you, if you try to evasive dash, it cancels it out. Like, it's like there's a collision with him or something.
Threat detected down there.
What I'm most worried about killing the finals is the server cost. Even if you put the game on live support, spending, no new content, just server support may still die because the server have to account for not only the players, gadget guns, but the exact position of the building debris. Yeah, and plus they've already addressed that, right? Like this is already public knowledge that the finals is struggling to pay their servers. And again, and that's something I've said in the past, but that's also why we can't have more active game modes than what we have now and been accustomed to, because they don't have the server size to host more game modes. Meaning that we're going to work with a rollover, like a rolling succession, whatever, of modes instead of stacking them. And that's a bit of a pity, like you're losing content, right? There's so many modes already that we've only tried for a few months or a few weeks or something. And those, they still have a cost, right? But that's another topic, like the success of a short time mode, I don't know if it's manageable and if it should be included into this discussion. But the server size definitely is part of the problem. And that's a permanent cost.
Round 9 on the way.
For sure, every month they're gonna have to pay the server bills. And if the investors don't want to give you more money, then you have a problem. But let's not be naive. They have plenty of money for now. And the game is not about to shut down anytime soon. But the general health of the game is not doing great at all, and that's for sure.
Scanning that area.
Those fucking mines, bro. Like, all I'm doing is trying to avoid mines. I'm failing at it pretty badly, but it's a separate problem. Why do arrows suck so much at exploding mines? This dude and his KS-23 on the battalion. I won't mourn the loss of this game until it's real. Till then, I'll be the sword main carrying matches every day. I mean, bro, don't let me take that positivity away, right? My job is to cover good and bad, and lately it's bad, and like I can't act like if that's not the case. So I have to address those topics. But at the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of this game. That's never going to change. And my hope, my dearest hope in here, is that they figure it out, right? Because, I mean, even my channel is about the finals as it stands. So, like, I've got huge incentive in this being turned around. But every day that shit keeps shitting, it's less and less hope for sure. It's down to 17k peak from 26k last week. Yeah, you see, so like the initial hype of season 3 wasn't even that big, and even then 1 week later we're already down to like catastrophic levels. It's just not looking good. And like, remember that for the switch to TA, they sacrificed a chunk of their active player base, saying like we'll win enough players coming from search and destroy that it's worth losing a few thousand players from our active player base. If they don't get those players from search and destroy, they've lost both sides now. They've lost players on the active player base, and they haven't gained new players. That would be like the final drop to fuck things up. For sure. How are my arrows not hitting, bro? What? Thank you.
Throwing sonar grenade.
No one? Ah, there we go. He's so mad.
Hopes of victory are resting on the shoulders of
In a show of true grit, the defenders win the final round, sealing a memorable match victory.
the live wires just zip.
I feel you're right there with you. It still has the potential to be the best FPS of all time and recognized as such. Yep, agreed, but they gotta wake up for sure. We're already down to lows below 10k. Yeah, that's really bad. I don't think mode type influences number of servers or how loaded they are. Only number of people if we consider the servers having 6 to 12 people playing on each. No, servers are also impacted by the number of game modes. You're hosting information, and to host a game mode, you're hosting a heck ton of information, especially that is replicated to all hosting servers or hosting games, maps, whatever. So while you're right, the amount of people is the #1 influence on the data set size, it still impacts server size if you're adding new game modes. And to be fair, you don't even have to believe me. Just go up in the Discord of the finals. They mentioned it themselves. I'm not inventing anything. I still believe in their cope numbers. Concurrent maybe 25k on Steam, another 30k on console, but they're still getting 200k monthly active users. Yeah, but that's not that much, right? It's in the sense that this game is a world level game, right? Like, it's supposed to do much better than that. Because I think that's how they sold it to investors, right? Back to them. They were like, yeah, we're gonna bring you like millions, not hundreds of thousands. Servers probably scaling dynamically like Amazon or something. You play more, the more resources you use. You pay more, the more resources you use. Yeah, it's kind of like that, except you have contracts going on with, yeah, like available storage size. And that, if you breach it, the company hosting the server will have a leverage on you to make a less fair price, let's put it this way. Meaning that the costs are scaling up if you weren't organized enough to know the stock size and storage cost. So concerning Embark, what I think happened is that they didn't necessarily, like, they probably didn't take enough, then they took too much, then la 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 la. So I think their cost associated to server is pretty rough and unoptimized. Yeah, it should be a 1 to 3 million monthly game. It is in my heart. Monthly user, yeah, man. I think it's missing the opportunity to be the best FPS out there for sure. Like, that's how I would put it. It had everything in hand to beat exactly that, and it's sadly not taking that road for now.
Reloading. It's still the finals, but we're here to see round 1 of Terminal Attack, courtesy of CNS.
Indeed, they're changing the game on us, but let's enjoy this high-stakes battle.
Then la la la, trop. Are you Frenching me? It's so funny that there's this cliche about French people speaking by saying la la la. I wish I... Beyond the Friends episode, I don't know where that's coming from. I would love so much if I heard myself speaking and actually sounding like la la la. Bro, he killed 2 of us with that shitty ass CL40 bullshit. 4 now. 3 now.
3 takedowns. Can they extend that to 4?
The attackers are hanging by a thread. Just one contestant remains on their side.
Taking damage. Tossing a sonar. I'm reloading.
Okay, that didn't go great.
Need to shake this off and strategize for a comeback in the next round.
Dude got 3 kills. Actually, whenever they hit like 30k players, the server turns to shit and movement feels so bad as like since their movement is server side also. Yeah, that's probably because after the initial, like they probably, so like I was saying, at first they probably didn't take enough space on servers. So then they expanded their contract. It probably cost them a heck ton of money. Then the hype went down and then they ended up with having too big storage space. So they probably had what's called a contraction of their contract, which probably cost them another heck ton of fucking money.
And so our contest continues.
And then the problem is that now the number of players is a bit fluctuating and they have so little server storage space that as soon as there's a bit of activity, we're back to the laggy issues that you're mentioning. Fuck you, I was fighting, bitch.
Arena for the attackers. Only one contestant is left to carry their fight.
But plus, at the end, like at the source of it all, let's be honest, this mode sucks. Like, that's the problem. Beyond anything, beyond money, beyond planning, beyond whatever, like errors or success or growth of the game, whatever it is, like at the end of the day, this mode sucks. They should never put it first. Like it just shows so much about how they're doing things. Like they're lacking on visibility, they're lacking on quality testing, they're lacking on vision. They're, you know, like that's what's up. That's the problem. It's not even season 3 the issue. It's how the team thinks and how they solve their problem, how they move forward. Like, they're, from what I'm getting, they're very good at creating and inventing game concepts and bringing them to life, but then blowing life into the game itself, that's where they suck, and that's a big problem. Because if I'm right, then our creator is going to be the same problem. They're going to be making weird-ass choices that makes no sense to anybody, and players are going to leave. And if they fail 2 games, we'll never have a third MBAR game ever, guys, I'm telling you.
Advance to terminal A.
Attackers. With the decryption key inserted, the countdown challenges defenders to act fast. Throw a grenade out! The attacking team has been reduced to their last contestant, folks.
Fuck, I dropped it.
30 seconds until that decryption is complete. Will our defenders get to that terminal in time?
Here we are, 1 versus 1. Let's watch this crucial showdown unfold.
If only I hadn't lagged.
Yikes! No more attackers left to protect that decryption.
It's not bad, it's variety It should be a fun mode, but never competitive. Yeah, exactly, like what it was before, right? Terminal Attack in Season 2 was amazing. Like, it had its issues, but it was worth existing. And I was even vouching for Terminal Attack to get a rank version, but not as the exclusive rank mode, like, for sure. Nexon is a big company, though. It'll hold. Not necessarily, man. Because TheFinals is also a project for Nixon, right? Sometimes in business you cut your losses. And that's how you make money, right? Because if your game is forecasted, I'll give bullshit numbers, but if your game is forecasted at doing minus $5 million year 2, if at the end of year 1 you stop the game server and all costs associated, then you've basically made 5 million, right?
Let's move to Terminal B. Scanning for opponents. Throwing sonar grenade.
I didn't want to fall. Bro, I'm the shadow of a player in this mode. I'm completely useless.
Let's go to Terminal B.
I've clipped out 72 clips from 1 terabyte of footage. Gonna finish the last 500 giga and finally be caught up. Then I'm making montages like a 15-year-old Call of Duty kid. Faceplan, here I come. Go, man. And don't forget to share it with us once it's ready. They just need to bring back health regen and healing beam in TA to influence heavy and medium. Too many L's within this right now. That's a good point. I don't know if it's enough to make TA interesting, but that's a good point for sure. And I like your name, Juice Man. I really want revives in TA. I actually think that could fix it immediately, fix a sniper meta, adds the chaotic vibe instead of boring 1v1 at the end or boring 2v2. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know like why they decided to remove support to that extent. Like, making it less strong, why not? I'm fine with accepting that the healing beam, you know, like, you're standing here, you can be healing the guy behind you. Like, that's OP as fuck, and that's not true in any other game. So, like, I'm willing to accept that the healing beam was a bit too strong. Defib being the way it is quite strong as well. So I'm okay considering that it needed to be toned down a little. But why remove it? Again, the entirety of the game was built with health inside it. Why is it suddenly illegal? Just, you know, like, just so that now we can have CL40 bullshit, like, because that's what makes the game interesting. The guy is aiming at the wall behind me and the splash damage kills me. And that's what we're playing now. Like, how is that the game moving forward? No heal, no revive is cool for a one-time game, absolutely fun for a month or 3 as a mode, but it removes so much of the finals identity. Yeah, exactly. But plus, I think the identity is clearly a problem, but it's one side of it. The other side is also that you cannot change the game that much, the core of the game, like the heart of it, so long after it was released. Like, we are used to having the support role and the healing incorporated in the way we play the finals. So if you remove it, it feels shit. Same as removing cash out and bringing TA on board. It's the same. Like, you just feel like you lost something, and that's not what the emotions you want to generate in your player base at all.
Outgoing sonar check. Using thermal imaging.
I don't know, boys. It's just not looking great, I'm not gonna lie.
10 seconds left.
And that's a full wipe. What a statement by the defenders.
And we're losing by fucking 5-0, boys. What is up? I mean, to be fair, light. I guess medium. So, I mean, I don't know if they're all pre-made. I guess not. Right? If it had launched like this, it may have stuck. Who knows? There's an alternate universe where the finals is a 3 million concurrent because of TA, but you're right, the late changes was brutal. I think, yeah, again, anything is acceptable. Like, you know how when players come on the stream and they ask me, like, show me your settings, I want to see how you set it up. And so many players care about that, and my answer is always the same. It's like, depending on the game I'm playing, it's not, okay, sorry, I didn't say that right. It doesn't matter which game I'm playing, I most of the time will trust the default settings, except sometimes like mouse sensitivity, because that's very like personal. But for the rest, I don't change much, because I believe that they've built the game in a way that is reflected in the settings they've put in. And it's the same with healing. Like, if you're gonna add healing to the game and make it core of the game, once you remove it, then it's very weird, because you're used to being able to take risks, because in any case you've got a healer, right? Oh, he actually saw me. I was wondering if he was ever gonna see me. I guess he's... Or did the grenade bump on me? I don't know if it was on purpose, because that's a weird reaction, right? You see a guy next to you, don't drop a grenade. I don't know. I like the no revives for the purpose of TA, but the no healing and health pool change makes L a no-brainer pick with their kids, which takes away from the team dynamics. Absolutely. Fully agree with you. And I don't think the finals should be defined by you need to play light. Light is a DPS class, but it shouldn't be like reflecting the entire game. And right now it really does. Like, if you're not picking light right now, you're actively deciding to sacrifice meta, basically.
No attackers left standing. This round is in the books.
The finals is a super interesting study in how extremely small decisions can massively affect outcomes. I think so too, yeah. I think in terms of like setting new bars, they're a great case to study. And in terms of like how to fuck up hype, they're also a great example, because they really had a huge wave to surf on and they just keep falling off it like 100%. Again, there's an alternate universe where Shroud and Variety streamers fell in love with Day One release TA and everybody loves it. No, I don't think so, man. I don't think it's just marketing issues here. I think the core of TA is not good enough to hold players on the long run. And sorry, not on the long run, but for longer sessions. Because again, remember that, like, I want to call it view time, because that's what it's called on YouTube, but it's not view time. It's like how long you keep your players on the game is a metric, and it's a vital key metric to a game health, right? It's something they will be tracking every day. But yeah, TA is not good enough of a mode to be worthy of being the heart of a game.
And we're kicking off round 7.
Not when there are like huge players like Valorant, CS, etc., etc. What? Fuck, I thought the one on my right was my buddy. I guess they switched up. No, there was somebody.
Reloading.
What the fuck? I'm so confused.
Got me.
Yeah, he was literally to my right. Okay.
Outgoing sonar check. Taking damage.
The attackers have planted the decryption.
I really think they were correct in understanding what the problem with the finals popularity was, the format, and how the gaming community engaged with it. Something about that didn't stick. I don't know.
The attackers went on a full offensive.
And it's why they tried TA as a format change, but that was another mistake. I don't think it's that, man. Honestly. You're giving them too much credit. I think it's a financial choice. Just as simple as that. It was like, okay guys, like, again, back to the investors, right? Like, they were discussing, they were like, okay guys, we followed your gamer-centric approach with cash out. It didn't work. Players left the game. Now we have a short stack of active players, and we need that to be turned around so we make money. How are we going to do that? And then the offer was like, yeah, blah blah blah, we can try this, and one of the options for sure was TA and like search and destroy. And what happens in the mind of a businessman when you start touching the pie, the biggest pie on the market, they're like, I want a slice of that. And so they started pushing TA without properly testing the impact it would have on players and their expectations. And that's the huge mistake they're paying right now. Think money before thinking about the rest, and you'll end up in the wall. Yeah, but the financiers were following the lack of players, so they tried to find a different format. Yep, yeah, for sure. I mean, there was a reasoning behind it, right? Like they failed their motion, sadly, but they are smart people, right? They built a plan and they followed through with that plan. It didn't work out. It didn't end up as what they wanted it to be, but they had a reasoning behind it, right? Did you ever play Halo Reach's invasion game mode? You ask that every time, Achilles. I'm so sorry, bro. I haven't touched that game. I don't even know what it looks like, bro. The only Halos I've done were the first ones, Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think, if I remember well. Or at least 1, 2, 3. Did it bug out? Oh, there you go. Okay, I think, boys, this is probably going to be the last of the day. Let's try to make it count better than fucking 7-0. I think, guys, and again, I'm gonna keep making tests, so I'll confirm as we go on. But until either we get a branching game, like second game for the channel, or Embark decides to wake the fuck up and bring their game back on, we might shorten the streams back to 3 hours. So like I'm thinking maybe like 9:30 to 12:30 midnight, or 10 to 1. But I don't, like, I'm really trying to find a way to make it a 4-hour stream, and it really feels like it's too much time for what the finals is. If we had another game, it's okay. But so yeah, I'm gonna consider things. I'm gonna keep testing, because like right now, today I'm testing 3 hours, which is why we did 9:30 or 12:30 midnight. And honestly, it seems more fitting. Like we're actually down quite a few in terms of viewers, so I think like people are just losing interest, because the problem is that the discussions are so much about the game health that I think it's heavy and not as entertaining as we used to be. And so I don't think 4 hours is healthy, either for you guys or for me or for the stream or for my channel. So I'll keep testing, we'll see how it evolves, but there's a chance I might reduce it back to 2-3, like it was for a long time.
Time for predictions. With these contestants, we can only expect the unexpected.
Which I guess is another proof that things are not going great, because voluntarily like reducing watch time is a weird choice.
The decryption key has been engaged, setting the stage for the win for our attackers. Time will tell.
And with that encounter, we've got our first elimination.
Well, I saw that one coming, June. You know, the trained eye of a former contestant and all that.
You never miss a beat, Scotty. It's why you're the expert.
I want this fucking poison to stop. There you go.
The attackers are in a tough spot. They're down to their last contestant. All attackers are down, but the decryption is still active. The defenders need to hurry. Chop, chop. Ten seconds left.
Talk about timing. With only seconds on the clock,
Good.
the defenders stopped the decryption and stole
I think we
the
need
round.
something in the finals, which is something like that, but also kind of like Fall Guys, some big mad dash with tons of chaos. That would be awesome. But that doesn't really solve the problem in the sense that, like, the game needs a good rank mode, like, because that's just how FPS works, right? Like, you need a competitive scene. But that being said, it would be awesome, I think, for the game. You're very right. If we could have some like massive multiplayer events, but that's difficult for FPSs, right? Like I don't blame Embark for not being able to make that happen,
We have a new round just starting.
but I do blame them for a heck ton of shit.
Enemy spotted down there.
Those two first shots were headshots, bro. What the fuck?
Attacker remains.
Okay, 2v1.
Yikes! The attackers
Let's go.
didn't even get a chance to start the decryption. Round over.
I think people like you want that, and we have something good enough in cash out, small tweaks to fix it, like cash outs give money for holding it. No, I think it's if we're honest, man, the whole cash out mode has a lot of issues that are like accurately not possible for the competitive scene. Like respawns will influence your game. Like for example, I'm sure you've had the case where like you've defended point A for 3/4 of the time. Then you got pushed, you got killed, they captured. Then you respawned fucking 250 meters over there
Seems to clash again.
and zero chance to do anything about it. Just because they waited long enough, like 3/4, to push you so that you don't have a chance to push it. That's the first problem. Second problem, you can decide before the final round, you can decide which team you want in and which team you want out of the tournament. Because basically, if a team is too strong and you don't want them, then all teams can align together for that to happen. If a team is not good enough, same thing, you can push them to victory by, like, for example, if they're capturing a cash out point, you don't kill them, and suddenly they've got money that they shouldn't be holding on to. And then the next round, like at the finals, for example, you've got a weaker team against you, so you're like basically influencing your game before it even happens. And like there's so many things like this. So like all those are not okay for a competitive scene, because you have, again, we have to think about the big picture. the big picture is not just your competitive, like your tournament when you launch a rank. It's also like esports, because that's how you make a game stick. You need an esports scene, a proper competitive scene. And on the esports scene, what I just described cannot happen because there's money involved. Like, you cannot have ways to influence the match beyond playing it when there's money involved. Like look at League of Legends. Like, winning the world championships brings you millions of euros. If there was ways to push the team you want to have against you in the final, so that you can win those $1 million easier, then the game wouldn't be half of what it is. And the final right now is lacking solutions to those problems. But that doesn't mean that it's worthy of deleting cash out from the rank and putting terminal attacks, search and destroy in its stead. Like, that's never what anybody meant by saying like this cannot happen and your rank is fucked up right now. Because yes, the rank was a bit fucked up. It's now it's dead. Like, there's literally no one playing rank right now.
Reloading. Outgoing sonar check. Sonar grenade out.
Bro,
Countdown is live, folks. The
how am I
decryption
missing
team
so much today?
daring the defenders to react.
Hold on, Matthias, I'll catch up with you. So let me finish the round.
Firing thermite.
Lost all members but one.
30 seconds until we have a successful decryption. The pressure's mounting.
Fucking mines everywhere, man. But the general player base needs a spectacle, and I think my idea is a great answer that plays into the general idea of it. I think, again, your idea was great. The only problem is that people were, like, the wow effect disappears pretty fast. And what you describe is the kind of situation that brings like viewer peaks, but it doesn't mean it's going to stick the player to the game. And that's a very different battle, I think. Fixing spawns isn't impossible. Yeah, I don't think it is. But it seems to be such a complicated problem for them. If the game was built by the perfect dev team, it would have fixed spawns 5 months ago. Yep, agreed. Before you have an esports team, you have to have a successful team. Esports is long-term. The answer I'm trying to solve is today, how do you get homies to play? That's very true. But also, both are indicators of the situation we're describing. Like, not being able to bring new players is symptomatic of a game that's not doing well as a whole. And the not having esports is similar. It's like you don't have an esports scene because you're not capable of creating one. Meaning you've not grown your game to that level yet, at least. And that's not nothing, right?
And the countdown begins thanks to the attackers. The decryption key is in a terminal.
I'm scared I'm gonna die from the mine again.
30 seconds until decryption. This round could slip away from the defenders.
An attacker just took out 3 opponents. Impressive. The 10 seconds.
tried.
The attackers
Melvin,
have all been taken out, but their
reporting for
defense
duty.
carried them through.
Only way to avoid bankruptcy is bringing back rank cash outs. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's that simple. Haven't played TA in weeks. Can't be bothered, to be honest. I think fixing spawns and reduce third partying should make cash out so much better. Yeah, but the problem is that they can't fix it. They've not managed to. And because they know the problems, they've been like trying to patch them since season 1. Just it's not working. Noticed a lot of new players in cash out recently, though, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's that much new. I think there's not a tenth of the amount of players they were expecting to onboard on season
The
3.
previous round didn't disappoint. Let's see whether this next one can top it. Enemy spotted down there.
Fuck, there was a guy up there. Okay, even 2. Fine. Maybe they need to restructure cash out tournament rank mode in a way that series of qualification round ends, and then we have several final, super final rounds of competitive 3v3 matches. I've heard that idea before. I even heard like TA should have been the final round of a competition. I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to tell what the right option is, but that's kind of their job, right? That's kind of what they get paid for, like, to figure this shit out. We're here to enjoy it normally, not to solve it for them. But obviously they're not very good at solving it themselves, I guess. Like if your teammate is in 1v4 in TA, you could place a bet from your lifetime earnings and other side bet ideas. Bet against teammates and the other team, most elimination, amount of rounds. I think there is a game, I can't remember which one though, but there is a game where you can make bets once you're dead. But again, this way or another, or multiple others, there are other ways to make things more appealing, but I don't know which one they are. I'm not a game designer. But what's for sure is that TA was not the answer. That's one I can confirm. Okay, good night, Cap. Good night, Otis, man. Thanks for dropping by, bro.
Enemy spotted down there.
With only 30 seconds to go, our contestants are still bringing
Like,
the
it's
action.
just this game. It's just not as exciting as other game modes were in the past. Like in terms of finals game modes. Like, look at what we're looking at right now. Like, this is very stale. Like, for the percentage of time you're spending watching actions happen versus the amount of dead time. Look, perfect example. Thank you very much, game. That's a great example of what I'm trying to show. Like, we watch them walk around trying to like plan their attack for 2 minutes, 1 minute, whatever it is, 1 minute. And then they decide, they push, and then they get killed by mine and by fire. Finish the round. Was that a spectacle? I don't know. Cap, did you see what I said the other stream? I think you should host like fun cash out tourneys, not serious, like the light shotgun only or dual blade medium DMAT only. That's kind of what we do when we do private matches, man. Like, we choose special rules and just stick to them. But it's, well, I appreciate the idea and I think it's a great way to connect. It's not going to change. Sorry about that. It's not going to change the numbers of viewers, right? And if you mean making long-term, like long format videos with those modes, it's not great content. Because like when you're preparing a video on YouTube, basically try to picture your head, like try to picture yourself in the shoes of the viewer. Is watching a 12 people server playing swords, throwing knives, LH1, whatever it is, something you would spend your time on? I don't know. Then on top of that, what is the outcome? Do we post like the full match? So like a 45-minute or 30-minute video? 30-minute videos are very hard for retention. And honestly, a match about 30 minutes about people shooting each other with the bow has a very low chance of keeping people interested for 30 minutes. So if we do a condensed version, then if we do a 10 to 15 minute video condensing moments of those private matches with special roles, the problem is that that becomes a kill frag movie. You know, it will only be small sequences of like even like 10 to 30 seconds, whatever it is, of good actions. But then you're not putting the emphasis on the mode itself, you're putting emphasis on the kills. And like I just said, that becomes a frag movie. So like this type of content, while I love doing it because it gives me the chance to connect with you guys and like really like deepen our relationship, YouTuber to audience, it's not the best content for video making. And sadly, that's probably true if I started making videos in the format you're mentioning. That being said, I love the idea, I love the support you're bringing, and I love like the energy you're putting just by mentioning that. Let's see. What's the point of protecting your turret, bitch? There you go. Shouldn't be 2 charges per mine, I think. It's too much.
Scanning for opponents. Throwing sonar grenade.
The defenders are on the ropes with only 1 kill. Clean sweep by the attackers. They've cleared the defenders and taken the
That worked out. Guys, may I gently remind you that if you're enjoying the content, even if it's a difficult period, if you haven't already subbed, I very much would appreciate it. We're in a bit of a rough patch lately with the channel, like things are a bit slower, so if you do want to support me, that's one great way to do it. And as I always say, thank you to those who already did it. It really does change a lot on my side. Are servers really bad for everyone these past couple of days, or just me? No, they are really bad. To the point where yesterday we had to end the stream earlier because it was unplayable. I don't know what's happening. Plus, we checked on Discord yesterday while it was happening. Lots of people were complaining about server lags. And I don't know what's wrong, but there's something. I think Kyoto is too much for the servers, or something like that. Like, no, don't take that for granted, but it's been since season 3. That's surprising since there's less players on, so there should be less pressure. No, because that's not all the way, like that's not all you look into for servers capacities. It's not just the number of active players. The content you're hosting also has value, and Kyoto is a big one.
Just 1 defender left. An attacker just knocked out 3 defenders single-handedly.
Watch out, up there.
We've got a one-on-one showdown now. Who will rise to the occasion?
That's all of them.
This round is
Fucking shield, bro.
belongs to the attackers.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Impressive
different
performance.
issue. True. Yeah, it could be a ton of different things. But what's for sure is that it's now lagging. Like, it's super slow, the servers are shitty, like, there's lag, there's RAM, there's FPS drops, like, all that is new, and that wasn't the case before.
Ready for action, contestants. The arena is your stage. Make every
He's so basic.
the keys in our hands. Accepted.
now holding a headshot.
If the attackers win, I can't wait to find out.
100 off, really? Arrows on mine, bro. They're not hitting like from above it just doesn't work. Crazy, bro. You can see the arrow on it, man. I get my health chunked suddenly when the hit rate kicks in. TTK feels way off. Shots don't count. Painful. Hope it bounces back quickly. So do I, man. So do I. It's like finals with lag is not the same game. I'm not gonna lie. Painful playing under these conditions. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Yesterday we ended the stream like an hour and a half earlier because it was like literally unplayable. Like I was teleporting, which it was absolutely a first. Then I spent an hour and a half post-stream to try to see if it was my internet, the issue, like my setup. All the other games were working perfectly fine. And an hour and a half after, I try again on the finals. Still like, today seems a bit better though. Yeah, let's win this fucking game, boys.
Let's see if they can get the win here.
Why is he pushing me? Oh, we got 2 dead. Wait, that wasn't a hit? I saw the sparks coming off his fucking helmet. I don't know. Even like full auto weapons. Isn't it a bit sad and crazy that we're in an FPS games and we can't use like FCARs and AKMs are irrelevant as fuck right now?
Tossing a sonar. Decryption key is in our hands.
Okay, so they were camping the key, I guess, seeing the number of defenses. So he's gonna push back to A. Oh, I guess try.
Our contestants have 30 seconds to show them.
100-day season is also weird. I think it's okay when the game is good. Like Apex doing 3-month seasons never shocked anybody because like there was enough content being released and then like the game was good enough to hold you interested for that long. Right now, like not even close, man. Like I would even say like after give it another week and people are gonna start saying like shit is just unplayable on the finals right now. Because it's not enough, like TA is just not enough to keep you interested. They just want people to get back after summer break. If that's the plan, that's a very poor plan, I'm not gonna lie. They should focus on fixing servers, hit reg and everything else during this time. Maybe add another game mode. Like, it's funny, what you're describing is like very similar to what I said is going to happen. But I see it as a very bad thing. Like, what you're describing, even if they put focus on that, it means they're putting aside other issues that are critical to the game right now. Including, for example, since we've been talking about it, the state of the rank mode. That's something that should also be a priority. And there are so many topics that should be top priority right now. And what I was saying is that while I believe that Embark has the legs to solve these issues and actually like turn things around, it's going to take forever because there's too many of them. And you can't tackle multiple topics at once when they're critical topics. And the problem is that for all those critical topics to be covered, it's going to take so long that by the time we've covered it, there's probably not going to be enough players interested anymore to even go there, to even play the game. And that's so true for so many games that like just they never had the time to actually solve their issues. Final seems like it's heading right, like front face for that.
The decryption key is at a terminal. Can the defenders react in time and shut it down?
Scanning for opponents. Watch out! Over there!
Just 30 seconds left on that decryption.
The defenders' hopes now rest with their...
Bro, if you run away, it's not gonna
The
work.
attackers deliver when it counts, winning the final round and clinching the match.
What can they do then? Commit more resources or pause new content until current game modes and gameplay require more doubts? I don't know when. I don't know. I feel like they're like, you know, falling down the rabbit hole. Like shit keeps piling on and it's becoming increasingly difficult to solve, like for sure. But sadly I can't, like all I can do is report on what's happening. Like that's my role. Then how and future of it, that's in their hands. All right, boys, we're gonna end it here for today. Again, this is a test. It's not expected to be like that every day, but I'm testing new timelines, like at least for until Embark decides to wake up, or if we have another game. I'm waiting for Concord or whatever else. I don't know what dates they release, so that might be a completely stupid answer. But until we have a better plan, I might shorten the streams just to keep you guys interested, basically. In any case, thank you very much for showing up. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was my absolute pleasure to host you as usual. Guys, if you haven't yet subbed, please consider doing it. It really means a lot to me and to the channel and to the future of this entire endeavor. I'm gonna wish you guys a very good day or a very good evening, depending where you are on Earth. And guys, the last thing that remains to be said is that I will see you on the next one.